Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Remember, subscribe is the vibe. Your boy's on the road to 4K. Humbly. So yeah, man, we got Stephen A. says he wants Shannon Sharpe to come to First Take after leaving Undisputed. What lasts forever nowadays? Throughout the evolution of television, we've gone from such a classical era of TV where you actually enjoyed watching TV because you had your sitcoms, you had your original shows. Like if you were a 90 baby, you know what I'm talking about. You had the Jamie Foxx show, you had the Wayne Brothers, you had Fresh Prince, you had My Ed, and a plethora of other shows. Now, I'm not trying to make a quantum leap comparing it to Undisputed, but what I'm trying to say is Undisputed is one of the very rare shows that I watch on TV that I thoroughly enjoy 5 days a week. It used to be First Take, and then, you know, Skip and Stephen A. broke apart, and then we had Stephen A. and Max Kellerman. That was cool. It wasn't the chemistry that he had with Skip, and he was a pretty good co-host up until that moment, right?
On the line, one shot. Who would you rather have taking it, Iggy or Curry?
Of everyone on Golden State, open shot, fate of the universe on the line, or the Martians have the death beam pointed at Earth, you better hit it. I want Iguodala. Iguodala's got ice water in his veins. Iguodala is that type of player. High leverage moment, fate of the universe on the line. I want open shot, not go get it. I want Iguodala taking that shot for me. So you're not the shooter, Steph is, but I'm saying when it matters most, you're the dude I think doesn't care about that moment. Same guy, like ice water in his veins. Your response?
He crazy.
And then Skip goes on to work with Shannon Sharpe, which I was a little skeptical about because we didn't really know Shannon Sharpe's personality prior to Undisputed. Like, if you're a long-hard Denver Bronco fan, you know about Shannon Sharpe and the fact that he used to run his mouth. And he's a prolific all-time tight end. I'm talking top 100. Top 100. Football player, period. And he built the resume on Undisputed. Undisputed slowly became one of my favorite shows, and I started drifting apart from First Take because Stephen A. started debating with the likes of Kendrick Perkins and Mad Dog. Like, first of all, anybody that listens to Kendrick Perkins,
Why?
but nonetheless, Skip and Shannon were running TV in my estimation. Bro, you know what I mean? I watch them boys on YouTube. I watch them on the TV whenever I get a chance. But to see them break apart, it's like you kind of seen it coming, bro. Like, I'm going to keep it a beat. Skip Bayless is unbearable. Like, he's what you call an exquisite taste. People that enjoy listening to Skip Bayless, you have an exquisite taste, bro. That man is triggering. He's gonna do a lot of triggering things, and he's definitely tried Shannon Sharpe throughout, I think, his 6 years on the television show. Most recently, involving Darwin Hamlin's situation. So I'm not gonna get too much into it. You guys already know, but Stephen A. is gonna cover how he wants Shannon Sharpe on First Take. Woo! That's like Ronan Wade again. No? But I get it. Your MJ lover's gonna say Scotty and Mike, right? All right, let's tune in. Hit the like button, man.
Shannon Sharpe is leaving FS1. Do I have an idea of what happened? I'm Stephen A. You damn right I do. Do I know for certain? No, I do not. If I knew for certain, would I tell you? Hell no, without their permission. Because Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharpe could be at FS1, at least for the moment in the case of Shannon Sharpe. I've gotten to know Shannon Sharpe a little bit over the last few years. I genuinely like him and respect him.
Side note, let me know in the comment section if it's just me, but I actually think Shannon Sharpe has surpassed Stephen A. in terms of like media personalities covering sports. Like Stephen A., no knock on Stephen, like he still does what he does, but he a little different, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Henny bottles, the do-rags, the cigars, like his shit talking is it's a bit more animated. You know what I mean? I like it, man.
He is a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He is a Hall of Famer. He is one of the greatest tight ends in the history of the National Football League. And I personally think he's done a hell of a job on television and with his podcast club, Shay Shay, which, by the way, I'm going to be a guest on in the near future. And he's also going to be a guest on here in the near future.
I'm not going to pause it too much, but tell me if you don't get the vibe that Stephen A. is going to pull that Draymond Green when they were recruiting KD to go to the Warriors back in, what was it, 2018, 2019? I feel like he's going to cry. Shannon Sharpe is a free agent? I've been working with Kendrick and Matt. Yo, say the word, bro. I'll call my ESPN bosses and work out a deal for you, Ace. I just feel like he's Draymond Green crying to KD to yo, pull up to Golden State, man. We can't compete with Braun.
But I sincerely hope, regardless of what opinions I'm about to give, that y'all don't make the mistake of assuming that I'm going to speak against my man Skip Bayless. That is not going to happen. Skip Bayless and I have disagreed on many things, on the air and off the air. We're natural-born contrarians with one another. We don't think alike. We don't act alike. We don't like the same things. We don't vibe with each other in terms of our ideas and our belief system. But you remember when I told you that I was the star of the #1 sports morning show for the last 11 and a half years?
True.
The first 4 years of that was with Skip Bayless. I'm never in that position if it were not for Skip Bayless.
Same thing with
Skip
Shannon.
Bayless asked me to come on First Take. Skip Bayless permitted me to come on First Take. Skip Bayless fought for me to come on First Take. Skip Bayless played a role in restoring my career that I felt had wrongly been taken from me. I will never disrespect him. It will not happen. Never. But that doesn't mean I can't disagree with him. This is not one of those times because I don't know what happened to tell you I agree or disagree. Here's what I can tell you. When news was announced that Shannon Sharpe had been bought out of FS1 and he would be leaving at the conclusion of the NBA Finals, there were two things that came to my mind. That's a big loss for the show Undisputed.
I mean, damn.
Because Shannon matters. And that I don't know what his plans are. I don't know what he's trying to pursue. I don't know what he's after. But if Shannon Sharpe needs me, I'm happy to be here for him. And if that included him wanting to come on First Take, the bosses at ESPN know that is something I would support. Not every day, but one of those days every week, yeah. And why do I say not every day? Because you need to understand something. I apologize for this to no one. I love me some Michael Irvin. That's my brother, the playmaker.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't been back on TV.
And I understand he got himself embroiled in some situation, and I have no clue what's going to happen with that. That is above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Whatever they discover, they discover. Remember, I get to hand pick who's on First Take once they're in-house for ESPN. I don't get to bring them from the outside in without the bosses okay. We have to be honest. I'm not the boss. That's Dave Roberts. That's Jimmy Pitaro. That's Burt Magnus. That's those dudes. I answer to them. It's not the other way around when it comes to all matters pertaining to ESPN. But they know where I stand. I love me some Michael Irvin. I always want my brother with me. He ain't the only one. Keyshawn Johnson, that's my brother. We go back over 20 years, and I think he's excellent on TV discussing football.
Wide receiver Dallas
Ryan
Cowboys.
Clark, the pivot, Ryan Clark. The NFL analyst extraordinaire, Ryan Clark. Marcus Spears, a.k.a. Swagoo, my brothers. My brothers. And they ain't the only ones. Dominique Foxworth, Damian Woody, Bart Scott, and all these. But I got an A-list roster. I ain't even bring up Dan Orlovsky, who is great. I didn't even bring up Mina Kimes. I didn't even bring up Jeff Saturday, who I hope returned. I miss Jeff.
But who wants to watch them? Am I the only person thinking this question? All right, you name names, but who are they compared to Shannon? I fuck with Ryan Clark too, but like, come on, everybody else, come on, miss me with that, man.
Saturday on First Take. I don't give a damn what happened with him in Indianapolis when he became a head coach, took the job in the damn middle of the season. That's a different matter than being First Take. Being on First Take, hell no. But I'm just telling you right now, to be clear, if Shannon Sharpe wanted to join that roster, there's no resistance from Stephen A. I got love for Shannon Sharpe. I respect the hell out of him. And there's no doubt the man knows his football.
And basketball.
But I ain't looking for anybody every day, because I got a whole host of contributors that I don't ever want to let go of. Having said all of that, was I surprised at all that Shannon Sharpe ended up departing from Undisputed on FS1? Absolutely not. Not at all.
I wonder if he...
And this right here is the reason why.
Skip tweeted something, and although I disagree with the tweet, and hopefully
right there. We
Skip
saw
will
it.
take it down, but I didn't want it.
Well, time out. I'm not going to take it down because I stand by what I tweeted.
Skip, let me finish.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
Go ahead. Let's go, Jen.
Okay.
I mean, I cannot even get through a monologue without you interrupting me.
Well,
you could have came back, Skip.
Well, I thought,
Skip, just let.
I didn't know you were going to bring up.
No, I was just going to say, Skip. I didn't want to yesterday to get into a situation where DeMar Hamlin was the issue. We should have been talking about him and not get into your tweet. That's what I was going to do. But you can't even let me finish my opening monologue without you interrupting.
Okay. I was under the impression you weren't going to bring this up because nobody here had a problem with that tweet.
No. Clearly, the bosses wanted you to offer explanation, so clearly somebody...
No, they did not have... Nobody...
Let's go, Jen.
I will say it was mad uncomfortable to watch this shit live, bro, because they weren't in character. You could tell this was like a personal conversation live on air when it happened. Skip is one of those individuals that I will say, like, is very... He's in tune, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he doesn't know the impact of his words, but he's one of those individuals that has this unbelievable belief in the things that they believe, right? It's not so much perception versus reality, although you can make the argument, but his perception is his reality, right? So at that moment when that situation occurred, it wasn't that Skip was, even though it came across, dismissive of what happened to Darwin Hamlin. Excuse me if I mispronounced the word. It wasn't that case, although the tweet made it feel that way. It was just the fact that his perception of the situation, he was locked in on the game. He was locked in on the game because when you remove your emotions away from the tweet, it's not an offensive tweet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're going to share it, but I'm going to keep it a bean. It's not an offensive tweet. I could honestly say it's not even triggering. But the problem was the timing. The timing of the tweet is what triggered everyone. So Skip is looking at it from, I didn't disrespect anyone. I didn't offend anyone. I'm sorry you guys took it out of context because that's what the nation did. But he's one of those prideful individuals who does a lot of research, and he's very thoughtful behind the things that he says. He's not, unless it comes down to the Cowboys, he's not really impulsive, right? You know, so when he writes these things and you guys are asking him to apologize, he's thinking to himself, and this is why I kind of respect it. He's like, yo, bro, I said what I said. I'm not going to apologize because you guys took it out of context, even though we look at it as like, yo, the timing of this tweet was just, come on, bro. You thinking about the game. This man about to die on the field, bro. You talking about the game. But again, his perspective was not to dismiss the situation, but he was sharing his thoughts at that moment. So without getting too much into it, it's one of those things where Skip will not apologize because he didn't do anything wrong. Technically, he didn't. It was just a little tasteless because of the timing.
I'd be a damn liar if I told you that when I saw that transpire on national television, that I didn't believe in my heart.
One foot out the door?
That this day wasn't coming.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he was out of here.
I don't know what went on. I don't know what happened. I have not spoken to Skip Bayless. I have not talked to Shannon Sharpe about this.
Cap.
But I am telling you, I know Skip Bayless. And when that moment happened, I said, this is over. This is over. Because when something like that happens in a public platform, there's certain things that you just don't recover from relationship-wise.
Skipper said
That
much
was
worse.
just my belief, based on my experience, no knowledge of the situation, because ain't none of my business. And that's what happened. But in the end, what it comes down to is this. Skip is always going to be a winner in television in my book. And I'm quite sure even the names that have been thrown out there, LaShawn McCoy, Scottie Pippen, Antonio Brown, and Brandon Marshall, Victor Cruz, whatever they do, they do. They do what they do, I do what I do. But with people clamoring for me to comment about it, I just wanted to make the point that I'm never going to disrespect Skip Bayless. It's not going to happen. I don't know what happened, and if he doesn't want to tell me, he doesn't have to tell me. We haven't spoken in a while. And Shannon's business is Shannon's business. You saw him in the news. House just got robbed. Somebody robbed like damn near $1 million of his jewelry.
Damn.
He was thankful they didn't kill his dogs, according to the reports. That was publicized. Obviously, this happened, brought out by FS1. I can't imagine that it was something that he'd want to happen, having that daily platform available to him. The reports are already out that Skip Bayless and Skip Bayless alone will say yay or nay to who Shannon Sharpe's successor is. But Shannon is not somebody that's going to be out of this business. Club Shay Shay ain't going anywhere. And his talents, which have elevated as a commentator and pundit over the years, that's not going anywhere either. He'll be somewhere. Hell, in at least some kind of capacity. For all I know, it might be First Take when all is said and done. I have no idea. I have bosses to answer to. But I wouldn't resist it if they asked him to show up for at least one day a week. Again, I'm not looking for anybody 5 days a week. I like my roster of contributors. I like the diverse voices and all of that other stuff. It's the way it should be, in my opinion. At least for now.
Stop the cap. Yo, I'm going to keep it a bean, right? There's so much to take away from this. Number one, Stephen A. would love the opportunity to have Shannon Sharpe. You know why? Ratings. Ratings. Let's keep it a bean, bro. This is all about ratings and money at the end of the day. This is a business, right? How many of you guys are tuning in to listen to Kendrick Perkins, Mad Dog, Molly, Ryan Clark, and a plethora of other 70 overall? You invite Shannon Sharpe there, you know you bring Shannon Sharpe, you're bringing his fans. You're bringing the eyeballs. Everybody wants to see Stephen A. Shannon Sharpe going at it 1 day a week. Listen, stop the cap, man. But here's the double-edged sword, right? And this is probably going to be a little long compared to most of my editings. Shannon Sharpe takes his talent to First Take. He brings his audience with him. He brings his personality. He brings his deep intakes. He brings his thoughts. He brings his analogy. He brings his memes. He brings eyeballs. All are more influential than Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I feel like the culture gravitates to Shannon Sharpe. He's unk. You know what I mean? So it would literally be one of those situations where you bringing somebody in, but he kind of better than you, and you weren't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna keep it a bean. I think I tuned into Shannon Sharpe more than I tuned into Stephen A. So it's like he would want him, but you could see why he would want to only keep him 1 day a week, because he know Shannon Sharpe a bit of a threat. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, Shannon Sharpe is Gucci, bro. Like, him and Skip was phenomenal for, 6-7 years. So it's not like he's going to fall off or disappear. It's just, I don't know, Skip keep doing it to these guys, bro. Like him and Stephen A breaking apart, now him and Shannon, and it was just gold on TV, bro. But y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man. But it's, damn, my boy, it's RIP Undisputed. Who am I gonna watch? What am I gonna listen to? Mayday! Mayday, man! Oh, Mamba out. Mayday!